going to take up shlok number 3.25. Till 3.24, Krishna was telling Arjun that you must act, you must do actions, you must do your duties. For Arjun, the duty is fighting in the battle to lead the other people, because the other people need guidance, they need role models, and therefore the role models, when acting in a certain way, can help the other people to also lead their lives nicely, properly, walking on the right path. Now from this shlok onwards, 3.25, Krishna is going to tell Arjun the basic difference between Karm Kand and Karm Yog. Okay, so should we quickly go through the differences as we have done earlier between Karma Yog and Karma Kand? So let's see. Somebody who is doing Karma Kand is a person who has a lot of attachment for the work and its results, but he doesn't have much concept of the Supreme Person, which means he is not attached to the the concept of the Almighty, the Lord. The Lord is nowhere in the picture in his movie. So Karmkandis are basically working to satisfy their own senses. They are very much attached to what they are doing, they are very much attached to what the result is going to be, and there is no concept of God there. Now what Karma Yogis? Karma Yogis have a concept of the Almighty Lord in their life, because the moment you say the word yog, it means to connect. And what does any kind of yog connect us with? It connects us with the Lord, to Krishna. So a Sakam Karma Yogi is one who is attached to his work, attached to the results, but also has some concept of Krishna, that he must sacrifice something for Krishna. Okay, I want to enjoy the fruits of my action, but I must also give some part of that fruit to Krishna. So that's a Sakam Karma Yogi. And who is a Nishkam Karma Yogi? A Nishkam Karma Yogi is one who is not attached to the fruits of the action, which means he is not attached to the results. He is although very much attached to the work, the kind of work he is doing. I will do this only, but I am not worried about the results. I give it all up. So Krishna is there in the picture, yes, but he is still attached to the work. So the duties have to be done, but no attachment to the result. So that's a Nishkam Karma Yogi. So from this shlok onwards till 29 shlok, Krishna is going to tell us what really is the difference between Karma Kand and Karma Yog. One basic difference we can start with is that Karma Kand binds us in this material world, but Karma Yog eventually liberates us as it matures. Let's see how that is going to happen, but first let's say the prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyaham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Stam Sajivam Sadhuvaitam Savadhutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchan Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Bhaktivedanta, Swami Niti Namine, Namaste Saraswati Deve, Gaurvani Pracharine, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi, Paschatya Deshatarine. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so what is shloka number 3.25? Let us read the shlok first. It says, Saktaha karmani avidvamso yatha kurvanti bharata kuryad vidvams tatha saktash chikhishur lok sangraham. Now, here Krishna is telling the difference between a person who is vidvan, the intelligent, and the one who is avidvan, which means the one who is not so intelligent. Let us see what Krishna is saying. The translation that Srila Prabhupada gives us is that as the ignorant, that means the not so intelligent, perform their duties with attachment to results, the learned, the vidwans, may similarly act but without attachment for the sake of leading people on the right path. So Krishna is saying that the people who are into satisfying themselves, their own desires, are also acting in the same way, but the people who are intelligent will act in a similar manner, although for a different purpose. So, let's try to understand. The action is the same, but the consciousness behind the actions is different, and that is what makes one person intelligent and the other not so intelligent. Now, what is the basic difference between somebody who's intelligent and not so intelligent? What is meant by being vidwan? Does it mean having all sorts of degrees, from different universities in different subjects, being highly qualified in the material sense of the way? No. Here, vidwan means a person who is well versed with the spiritual truths, the actual truths about what is what. A person who knows exactly what this material world is, temporary. A person who knows what this body is, temporary. What this soul is, I am the soul, permanent, eternal. Who is in control? God, Krishna. What is my relation with Krishna? I have a loving service relation with Krishna. So, person who has all this knowledge is vidvans, and a person who doesn't have that knowledge is avidvan, the ignorant, the not so intelligent. Because a person who has all this knowledge will act in a way so as to liberate himself from this material world. A person who is intelligent or vidvan will have desires which will help him to be liberated rather than to be bound here. For example, if there is a Kaidi in the jail, there is a Kaidi who knows that if I act in the proper manner, I will soon be liberated. Jaldi mujhe is jail se chutti mil jayegi if I follow proper conduct, good behavior. Sometimes the punishment is even waived off. Okay, waived off, 1 year waived off. You are being freed 1 year early. But a person who doesn't understand this and continues to behave in a immoral manner, not a proper manner, the person may be obviously implicated further. He may, in fact, sometimes his punishment may be extended also, right? Similarly, Srila Prabhupada gives us a beautiful purport here that a person in Krishna consciousness and a person not in Krishna consciousness are differentiated by different desires. What is the difference between a person who is not Krishna conscious, which means not so intelligent? Because a person who is not Krishna conscious doesn't know the reality. He doesn't know the truths of this world, of the spiritual world, of ourself, of Krishna. A person who doesn't know all these truths is not so intelligent. So that person and the person who is Krishna conscious, which means who is conscious of Krishna being in control of everything, the intelligent. What's the basic difference? The desire, although they may be performing the same tasks. So he further writes, a Krishna conscious person does not do anything which is not conducive to development of Krishna consciousness. He may even act exactly like the ignorant person who is too much attached to material activities. But one is engaged in such activities for the satisfaction of his sense gratification, whereas the other is engaged for the satisfaction of Krishna. So, what Srila Prabhupada is explaining here? So beautifully he explains that the action may not be different in both the cases, but the desire or the consciousness behind that action may be different, and that difference in the desire makes all the difference, whether the person will be liberated or further implicated in this material world. Let us take some examples, just some rough analogies to understand this. A person may take up a knife in his hand, a sharp knife, to cut through human flesh. Now, what is the intention behind it? What is the consciousness behind it? Now, you may ask me, depends on who that person is, whether that person is a surgeon or a murderer. If a surgeon takes up the knife in his hand, it is going to be to cut human flesh, to remove some malady, some disease from inside, maybe a tumor. But if a murderer takes up the knife, the murderer is going to use that knife for we know what purpose. So the action is exactly the same, taking up the knife and cutting through human flesh, but one is going to earn laurels, which means for one, the surgeon is going to be awarded for his good job. He's going to be praised for saving someone's life, but the murderer is going to be punished. Similarly, the actions of the avidvans and the vidvans may look absolutely same. For example, a person who is working to satisfy his own senses will get up in the morning exactly on time, maybe with the help of an alarm, quickly get up, get ready, have breakfast, maybe on the go, reach office on time, work very hard, to earn a lot of money. But what for? What is the desire behind earning that money? That I will buy this, I will buy that, I will enjoy that, I will enjoy this. So the basic intention behind that action is to enjoy his own senses. Now, a person who is in Krishna consciousness will also do the same things. He'll also set an alarm, get up early, get ready, reach office on time, earn money, come back home tired, yes. But what is the intention behind it? The intention behind it is that I will earn money to somehow serve Krishna, and I will work to set an example for the others, because to be a devotee, to be a bhakt, to be Krishna conscious doesn't mean to sit idle. Okay, now I've become a devotee, now I'll just sit and chant my names, and I'll just sit and read the shastras and nothing else. No, but Krishna says no. Even if you are Krishna conscious, even if you are a devotee, keep doing your duties, Arjun, keep doing your duties, because you are going to be doing your duties in Krishna consciousness to lead those who are not yet Krishna conscious, but by following the path of following or of doing their duties, they will slowly get purified and also become Krishna conscious in due course of time. A student may be studying very hard to make a good career. To do what? To make a big bungalow, to earn lots of cars, to earn a lot of money, etc., etc. Another student may be doing the same things to become, say, to attain a position of importance so that he can serve God and his people better. That is the difference in the consciousness. So we can understand that it is actually the desires or the consciousness behind the work which is, all there is to it. Sometimes we may not be able to make the difference. That person is also doing the same things, that person is also doing the same things. There's no difference, but the difference is there in the consciousness, and that is going to make all the difference in one getting further punished and other being elevated. So this is actually the difference between bhog and yog. A person who is working for his own senses is a bhogi, and a person who is working for Krishna's pleasure is a yogi, and a yogi is the one who is liberated, but a bhogi is further entangled in the material world. So the question now finally rises, how can we change our consciousness? We will all keep doing what we are doing. We will, if we are a housewife, we will keep cooking for the family, keep taking care of them. If we are working in an office, we'll keep doing the same things, If you're a student, we'll keep studying. But we have to slowly bring out the change in our consciousness. So the automatic question comes, how? How can we bring about that change in the consciousness? Simple answer is, let's keep chanting the magical Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We have discussed it so many times. Exactly what is so magical about this Maha Mantra? This Maha Mantra sound, even though seems to be a material sound, just like any normal sound that comes out of our voice box, larynx here, and reaches the eardrum, beats on the eardrum to create a vibration, and then that vibration is interpreted with the help of the different apparati that are present in our ears, and is finally interpreted by our brain to mean something. But this Maha Mantra is not really a material sound like that. It is a divine sound. It is a sound which comes straight from the spiritual sky, and when it enters our ears and through our ears, our hearts, it purifies our consciousness. And when our consciousness is purified, then is when we are going to rise above this material bondage. So my humble request to all of you is, please keep reading the Bhagavad Gita, because that is what is going to give us the conviction to follow Krishna's instructions. It is going to tell us about what Krishna's instructions are for us. And please keep chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, because eventually that is the the soap and water which is going to scrub our hearts clean and purify our hearts. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram